So a business credit card with no credit check and no personal guarantee. Sounds a little bit too good to be true, right? Well, in this video, I'm going to dive into a credit card that promises to do just that, which is the Ramp credit card, to show you exactly how it works and what you absolutely must know before applying for this card. And if you stick around till the end, I'm going to show you how to get a $500 bonus when you sign up for this card, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Now, to fully understand what the Ramp card is, you have to understand the three big problems with most business credit cards that the Ramp card tries to address. So I'm going to break each of those down individually and show you how Ramp addresses them. Now, the first big problem is that most business credit cards aren't actually business credit cards. And the reason I say that is because they blur the lines between your business and you personally, which is kind of the exact opposite of what you want to do. For example, a lot of these business credit cards will require things like personal guarantees. They'll report missed payments on your business credit card on your personal credit report, and they'll put a hard inquiry on your personal credit report when you do apply for their cards. The second big problem is that most business credit cards don't make it easy to scale with your company. If you grow to a place where you have, say, 100 different employees, each of them is going to need different spending abilities. Each of them is going to have different budgets that they need to factor into. And all of this stuff tends to be pretty manual if you're not using some kind of card that can automate all of that for you. And then also, just from an accounting or management standpoint, you're going to need to manage all of this spending. You're going to need to visualize it, see all of it, see it broken down by category. And again, without an effective tech solution here, you're going to be relying on a full accounting team that you're going to be paying salary to, and it's going to be very expensive for you to get all the information that you need. And the problem number three is that most business credit cards charge a lot of fees. These can be annual fees, per employee fees, setup fees, replacement fees, and the list kind of just goes on and on. So if these are the three big problems that Ramp is trying to solve, how are they addressing them? Well, starting off with issue number one, blurring the lines between your business credit card and you personally. Ramp is not going to require any kind of personal guarantee. They're not going to put a hard inquiry on your credit report or even a soft inquiry on your personal credit report when you do apply for their card. And there's going to be no reporting at all on your personal credit. But there's a little bit more to that piece, which we're going to get to in just about a minute. Next, to address the problem of scaling your business, they allow you to quickly and easily set permissions on all cards. And this part is really cool because you can set the permissions by a particular category, by a particular vendor, for a selective group of employees. Say you're sending 3 people to a conference and you need to give them budget for lodging and for food. You can very easily group them together within Ramp and assign them specific budgets for these specific categories, which they can only use to spend in those categories. You can also spin up unlimited virtual cards or physical cards to issue to each of your employees. So say somebody needs to sign up for a $1 trial of a service for your company, you can spin them up a virtual card for that with just a $1 limit. They can sign up for that trial and you can make sure that when that trial ends, it doesn't automatically renew. Or if, say, your marketing team has a $10,000 budget every month, you can just assign that recurring budget to your marketing team within Ramp, and that will automatically be taken care of for you. And if they need to apply for any additional budget, it's a very simple process for them to do that. You can approve or deny it. And again, all of this is taken care of within their platform. And then to address problem number three, all of these cards are going to have no fees, and on top of that, be earning an unlimited 1.5% cash back on all purchases, which, if you've got a decent sized team, could equate to a good amount of cash back for you, the business owner. So far sounds pretty good, but what's the catch? Because if all of this is free, one, how are they making money? And then two, what's kind of going on behind the scenes to make this all work? Well, to address the first question of how they make money, it's pretty simple. So they're making money through something called interchange, which is essentially a small fee that is paid by a business to accept a credit card. So when you go to the store and you swipe your card, the business, in this case, let's say Target, is going to be paying a small fee in the range of 1.5% to 3% in most cases. That fee is going to get divided up amongst a few different people. In this case, some of it's going to go to Ramp, some of it's going to go to Visa, and there might be a little bit of it that goes to a couple other places as well. But due to the sheer volume of spending that's going through Ramp cards, they can afford to run their entire business through solely interchange. But there are a couple of other things that you do need to know before applying for this card that could potentially prevent you from getting accepted. The first of which is that it's not necessarily built for solopreneurs. So if you're a one-person operation running your own business, it's probably not going to be the best solution for you. That's not to say that you can't still get approved for it, but you're just not going to be able to access necessarily all of the features when it comes to setting budgets for different teams and kind of just allocating company spending overall. You can definitely still use it in more of a limited capacity, kind of just using the card and the expense management tools, but it's really built for teams of anywhere from 2 to 2,000 people. The second thing to look out for is that you must be registered in the United States. If you don't have a US entity, you're not going to be able to get approved for it. And third and most strict of all is that you have to have at least $75,000 of cash sitting in your business bank account to get approved for this card. The reason for that is because it's a big part of their underwriting process. They need to make sure that your business is stable and has cash on hand because, again, they're not requiring a personal guarantee. They're not reporting on your personal credit report. So one of the big ways that they are limiting risk on their end is making sure that you have a lot of liquidity in your business such that if something goes wrong, they are still hopefully able to collect from you on the funds that they have lent you. And again, they're kind of built for larger businesses anyways. So if you're not meeting this requirement, then again, it might not be the best fit for you at this point. So the big question, should you get the Ramp credit card? Well, big picture, it depends. If you meet all of those criteria, this could be a really solid credit card for you because it not only earns you a ton of rewards, but it also can save you money in a lot of different places. And that's kind of due to their expense monitoring tool, which is really, really cool. So let me walk you through how that works. Basically, since Ramp can see what's being spent across your entire company, they can identify duplicate subscriptions. They can identify subscriptions that you're paying for that you're not getting full use out of, that you can maybe downgrade, pay a lower rate, and still be able to use them fully as you are right now. And they can just figure out all these areas of inefficient spending that would be almost impossible for a human to identify. And there's reports of them saving companies over 6 figures just through these tools. So they've got that going for them. They've got the rewards going for them. They make it super easy for you to just hand off all of your accounting information to your CPA at the end of the year. And they offer a $500 bonus when you sign up using the link in the description below. So if you're at all interested in applying for Ramp and you meet the criteria, feel free to use that link. It also does support the channel. Let me know if you have any questions on the Ramp card in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.